Scouting trip. Haven't been out here in 6 or 7 years. I just pulled off the road to take a leak. I barely started, and looky what I found right there. So, I think I just said I haven't been out here in 6 or 7 years. It's been a minute since I've been out here. And I guess the moral of the story here is always save your waypoints, because you never know when you're going to need them again. I know I think around 2019 I found turkeys out here, and I never went back because it was just too far out of my way. Well, now it's not. But I've seen them from the road a few times. I mean, at this stage in the game, we're just trying to get them to shot gobble. A car horn, a car door will do it. All we want to do is see if there's turkeys in the area. They'll let you know if they are, most of the time. The habitat here is looking pretty good. I know there's some creeks up there too. That's important. Oh, that's a good sign right there. These trees are very roostable. There's got a big creek down here. Those cottonwoods only grow on creek bottoms. Yep. So I recall the turkeys around here were roosting fairly close to the road. There's turkey tracks right there. Like I said, those trees that we just passed. Well, there's water in that creek. Just around this bend. Believe it or not. Not as much green out over here though. We're a bit further in, but right around the bend, all along that creek, there's a bunch of cottonwoods. You can see some of them right there. I might film them on my way back, but that's where I think they're roosting, right there. At least they were in the past. As I recall, there was birds roosting in there. I think they could probably glide in off the ridge and in the trees at the end of the day. Hey, how'd I miss that? This is an old track. Smaller one. Deer too. Walked right by it. This might be a little on the narrow side of things. As I recall, there's a 50-inch gate up there. Way up there. We'll see. Now that looks good. Feed looks good. I haven't seen any fresh sign though, that's the thing. But I have not been calling as often as I should be either. I've been trying to get back here. Yep, there it is. Just like I remember it. Looks like someone's been driving around it though. Trying to avoid bullet setback as much as I can. Don't have much time, but let's make the most of the time that we got. Well, it's an old track. Very old. Old hen scat. You know, I'm wondering is this time of the year I don't know if the hens are going to leave the toms, like they haven't really laid their eggs yet. I don't think they have. So if they're henned up, are they still going to gobble? I mean, some might not. But none of the sign around here is fresh thus far, and not as much water as I remember there being. That creek earlier, as I recall, used to have a lot more water than what I saw. That's fresh-ish. That's not terribly old. It's a hen. That was definitely this year. Okay. Here's another one. Yeah, about as old as the last one. We got green out. Look at this stuff. They might be eating that stuff. That was a tom right there. Maybe a Jake. Old track though. That had been, what, Thursday last week? When was that last? When I posted the last video. That weather. That track was probably at during around that last drain we had. Yeah, there's another one. We're in a canyon and our calling is not getting out of it. We're only about halfway to what I'm just going to call is Promising Valley. Which is that way. But I gotta go that way because I'm out of time. It's good. It's about 11 o'clock. It's going to take me two and a half hours to get back to the house. And I gotta get my daughter from school at 3, so we're out of time. But I think the only way I'm gonna know for sure is if I come out here dark 30 Saturday morning and see what we see then. Right now it's in between this area where, but roundabouts where I was elk hunting last year, because I know I saw a ton of turkey sign out that way, but that was in August. Where they are in August versus April and May is different. So, and this area, old elk hunting area, or the long ass drive back to our old turkey area, but that area is really congested now. I went back and watched my old video on that one. It's like, I think I had like 6 or 7 groups of hunters that I cited having heard in the area, whereas it used to be just myself or one other guy. So it's a split between spring bear hunters and turkey hunters. So you figure 3 or 4 spring bear and 3 or 4 turkey. A lot of pressure in that one area, so I really don't want to go back. So I'm hoping this area yields something. Thus far, all I've seen is old sign.